Hey y'all, hey, there's gonna be something different. And so I was just looking in the shade room, right? And I saw Kanye West said that him and his cousins had something like ain't no had something, they had relations. And so I just wanted to see what the energy is around that because I don't think anyone would lie about having some type of relation like that or situationship or whatever the case may be with that. Okay, so we're going to get into the overall energy. And so we're going to see what the energy of what Kanye and his cousin had going on when they were younger. Okay, and so I see this card right here. It says barking up the wrong tree, dead end stalemate, not now, lack of clarity, perspective shift needed. And so I feel like this barking up the wrong tree is the vibration of 9. And so I feel like the energy of like Kanye is barking up the wrong tree. I feel like right now, or someone is telling him right now is not time for him to be exposing or sharing things like that. It's like this is a lack of clarity. There's like a shift is needed. And so when I see this barking up the wrong tree, it's like you're trying to stir the pot. You need to keep this to yourself. You're barking up the wrong tree. Do you know what could happen? I see hotter. Okay, before I was so rudely cut off. The next card is the hotter than blue blazes, okay? And so this is giving me the energy of hotter than fire, okay? This says passion, sensuality, amorousness, chemistry, longing, instant crush. So I feel like when it comes to this cousin, there was some type of longing, some type of instant crush. There was some type of like feeling of triggering some type of arousal. It's like the energy of something sexual, or like a sexual connection. Okay, hotter than blue blazes. So let's see what else is the energy. I see there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's the vibration of 4. There is a breakthrough, solution, originality, receptivity, and faith, okay? And so there's the energy of there's more than one way to skin a cat, okay? And so I feel like when it came to this connection with Kanye and his cousin, I don't know who was older. I don't know because I didn't get all into all of that. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. And so I feel like there was an energy of them knowing that what they was doing was wrong, but there was chemistry and there was an instant crush and there was some type of breakthrough and they was trying to come up with some type of solution. Now I feel like when it comes to originality, Kanye does have originality about him. There is no one like him. I feel like there's also receptivity, and so I feel like because of, I feel like, I don't know who was younger or who was older. I feel like there was an openness and receptivity. I'm picking up on, it says faith, okay? It says faith. And so when I think of faith, hope, maybe spirituality or some type of religion. The next card, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, okay? And so there's a card, okay? It's the vibration of 9. And when I think of the number 9, I think of, and I see this 9 right here, and she's in the bathtub. I think of emotions. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think of completion. It says, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. There's about self-love, relaxation, regeneration, satiety within replenishment. And I don't even know how you really say that word. But there's about sachet. I figure out what I'm saying. But there's about regeneration and self-love. And so I feel like, I don't feel like Kanye's mother knew this. I feel like when it comes to if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And when it comes to the self-love and relaxation, I feel like there's his mama coming through. And it's like water energy. And I don't feel like his mother knew. I feel like there's energy now where in the spirit, she's in the spiritual realm. I feel like she know now, but I see this. It says it's blowing up a storm, and it's the vibration of 5. When I see the number 5, I think of obstacles, challenges. I think of a tower moment. It says strong momentum, sudden change, necessary shakeup, transformation, hope. And so this is a tower moment, but it's also giving rainbow energy, LGBTQ. I'm just saying. And so when I see this LGBTQ or this tower, and I ain't something like when I see rainbows, I like rainbows. I think of like a pot of gold at the end of rainbows. Rainbows always make me smile or laugh. I think of hope. But when I see this storm, it's about knowing that there's always a rainbow at the end of the storm. And so there's about hope. It's like shaking up. And so there's going to shake up some foundations. But this is a necessary change. And I'm picking up on Aries energy and Scorpio energy. I'm picking up on an ending. And then I see this card right here. It says, don't get your feathers ruffled. Inner calm, well-being, patience, deep breathing, compassion, and the ideal. And there's a vibration of 6. So when I see this, don't get your feathers ruffled, it's like it's an energy. He don't want his cousin to get his feathers ruffled. But y'all know Kanye got to speak his truth, and Kanye got to say what he got to say. And Kanye don't really have a filter when Kanye don't want to have a filter. I'm gonna get some tarot cards. See what the energy of the tarot cards is. Okay. Okay. I see the 8 of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. There is some fast incoming message that's going to inspire some type of action in someone's heart, mind. Okay. I'm also saying the Knight of Wands. This is someone who dances to the rhythm of their own beat, to the rhythm of their own drum. There's also Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. It's about taking action, taking charge. Okay. I'm also saying the Queen of Swords. When I see the Queen of Swords, I think of a divine feminine. Could be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Don't necessarily have to be, but this is a Queen of Swords who is going through a transformation, who could be very blunt, sharp with their tongue. I'm also seeing the 5 of Swords. When I see the 5 of Swords, this is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But I think of arguments, I think of chaos, I think of confusion, I think of mental confusion, confusion and confusion and illusion mixed together. When I see the 5 of Swords, I think about some type of disagreement or some type of argument. I think it's some like overcoming some type of obstacle. There's about overcoming something mentally. And it's like dealing with something mentally. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, there's about being logical, overcoming something, a mental block. I'm saying the 8 of Pentacles is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So when I say the 8 of Pentacles, it's about mastering your emotions, going to school, grounding your energy, improving health. It's about abundance, okay? Material possessions, wealth, but it's also about watering the things that add to your value, that add to your growth, okay? Now, I'm going to get some hidden secret cards. Yeah, hidden secrets. Hidden secrets. I mean, what the hidden, what's some hidden secrets indeed. I do see Yoni. And so when I see the Yoni, I feel like there was a divine feminine. And so I'm not saying that when I see this Yoni card, it reminds me of the cat, it reminds me of the kitty, it reminds me of the Yoni, it reminds me of a beard, it reminds me of a cover-up, okay? So I do feel like there is some type of lituation, a situation, okay? It says Hennessy. So I do feel like Kanye is a possibility. He may drink. I don't know if he smoked, but when I see this card, it's a situation, and it's like I do see Hennessy. So I'm not saying he smoked. I do know that I feel like with this Hennessy bottle, I feel like it's a possibility somebody around him drinks when things get cloudy. Okay. I also see the shh. This is the secret book. And so there is some secrets. It is what it is, okay? And so it's like somebody want him to be quiet. Somebody don't want him to talk. Someone don't want him to speak on the situation, okay? It's like chess, not checkers, okay? And so when I see this card right here, right? And also been a lot, I think, of Aries energy. Chess, not checkers. Somebody, I feel like somebody feels like they're in control. They're playing chess, not checkers. I feel like Kanye is. It feels like Kanye feels like he's being strategic. This is Aries energy. I think of like Emperor energy, king-like energy. Okay. I'm also saying daddy, 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 daddy. So I know that Kanye is a daddy. I don't know if this cousin that he had relationship is with daddy, or they played daddy, but this says daddy, daddy, daddy. I'm just saying, daddy, daddy, daddy. One more. Hiding feelings, wearing a mask, okay? I cannot make this up. And I see hidden messages, and this out in the open. It's not like he had anything. He's no longer wearing a mask. He's no longer wearing a mask. When Kanye said some things, believe it, okay? And Kanye said some things. I'm also saying someone is getting tarot readings on you, which is funny because I am doing a tarot reading on Kanye, and I feel like his wife or ex-wife or whatever you want to call it was a flame thing, just like Kim was, okay? And then I do see gossip, okay? Gossip, no signal. And so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this on up, okay? I just was being nosy, and I wanted to see. I also see the fool heart. So a lot of people know that Kanye can be a damn fool. It is what it is. Kanye can be a fool, and he can be a fool, and he may be foolish, but he'll never tell you a lie. I don't really feel like Kanye has lied about anything. So I really don't feel like he lied about this. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I know I'm about to let you go, but I got to see one more card. Because I'm just saying. The Page of Swords. Ooh. The Page of Swords is a Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. It's like a delay in communication. But it's also the guest energy. It's like standing in truth, wisdom, research, clarity, communication, how you think about someone else and how you think about himself. And so there's a youthful energy. So I do feel like this has something to do with his childhood, and there is some inner childhood healing that has to happen, because there's the Page of Swords, there's the Page of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, and I also see a High Priestess. So there's divine feminine energy and masculine energy, okay? And so I ain't gonna say a lot. I think Kanye's telling the truth. So, y'all let me know what y'all think.